Alright, Shalom. I'm your brother Tosiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Makakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akyam across this world, who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the lecture be upon your households. Khan Shalom. So, as you can see the title, I want to make a video about don't fear and don't break in the times to come, because we are now standing on the streets, prophesying against this wicked kingdom, okay, with the Bible in our hands. And sooner or later, these people are gonna, from the government, they're gonna come looking for us, because we're basically speaking against their evil plans, okay? So in those times to come, they might put you in a FEMA camp, they might put you in prison, they might torture you or want to torture you, they might scare you that they will do some harm to you or your family, they might threaten your family members, who knows, man, because those times are coming. But we are not supposed to be fearful, okay? The Most High has not given us the spirit of fear, okay? So in those times, we should not be fearing, but we should be trusting Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is easier said than done, of course, okay? But I truly believe that if you invest your time, your energy, in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai right now, that at the moment when it's needed for you to be brave and courageous and not fearing no threats or whatever from the government, that the Most High will put a spirit upon you to stay, to stay sane in your mind and to stay calm and to basically come out of the situation the best way possible. All right? Because you might be thinking like, yeah, man, how I'm gonna do that when they're gonna question me and they're gonna say, if you don't tell us where the other two brothers are, we're gonna cut off your hand, or this or that or the third. The most I can put the spirit right then and there at that moment on you, for you to be like, I don't care, man. They cut off my hand. He might take away the pain. He might switch the prisoners, or he might switch up the mindset of the, the ones that have to cut off your hand, and they be like, okay, let this man go. Everything can happen in a situation like that. But as long as you keep believing Yahweh Bashem Yashai, He will help you. And like 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 says, you will have nothing on your path that is too hard for you to handle. Plus, He will always give you an escape route. So even though people might try to come for you, try to torture you or whatnot, trying to break into your house, trying to torture you because you, was preaching or standing for this truth, maybe you only watch videos at home, in secret, and they still can link you to the telephone or to the TV that you was watching, that you are the person that was watching this. So therefore, you're also a part of the so-called people that are against this society. So now they can also come for you. But it doesn't matter in what situation you are, as long as you remember that the Most High will never give you anything that you cannot handle. So even though they might torture you or threaten you to be tortured, it still will never be anything that you cannot handle. Okay? Of course, if you keep on following Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And sometimes it might seem like you are not doing anything right because you are catching hell left and right. Okay? But self-reflect and be like, hey man, did I pray? Did I watch videos? Did I make notes? Did I do some videos myself? Was I busy with Yahweh Basham Yoshai the last week, the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks? If the answer to that is yes, then you can, basically be in a mindset that is a bit more calmer and be like, hey man, whatever hell I'm catching right now, I'm supposed to go through it and I will get stronger out of it. Keep your head up high and keep on bettering yourself, because you have to grow in this truth. Okay, and the more you grow, the more wisdom, knowledge, understanding you get, the more stability you're gonna have in those evil times to come, because now you can lean on more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. Okay, like if you understand and have knowledge of certain prophecies that the food storehouses are gonna be empty in a certain amount of time. If you know that prophecy, then when it actually happens, you know, you might think about a scripture and be like, no, wait, this is supposed to happen. And then you might calm down a bit more, you know. So the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the scriptures is very important in those times. Like it says here, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Okay, stable. You're gonna be stable in those evil and scary times. Okay, the wisdom is, you know, knowing how to apply the scriptures and knowing how to maneuver in certain situations. And knowledge, for example, the knowledge of the Bible, the knowledge of breakdowns, not the knowledge of which neighborhood you should go when hell breaks loose, and which neighborhood you should not be going, for example. That is something that is worldly knowledge, so to say. Okay, maybe you know how to fight or what else, but the knowledge in the scriptures, you know, knowing the breakdowns, knowing what should the scriptures mean, that is what's gonna keep you stable also in those times. That's why you gotta study and make notes, you know, to get yourself ready for what is to come. Okay, it says, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay, so you have to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, that is very important. That is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, to fear him. Okay, so you're gonna have people that are gonna die as martyrs for Yahushai's sake, but they're still part of the elect, you know, and you're still gonna have uh, uh, um, people of our nation which are part of the elect in situations that it might seem like they are gonna die, but they won't die. The other way around also, you're gonna have people that might be in a situation that looks like they're about to die and they actually die. But the Most High might have mercy upon you. Okay, even though you are dying, you still died in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You still was faithful unto death. So therefore, the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he will give you that crown of life, you know, as a man of the elect. Okay, so don't worry, man. We gotta be faithful unto death. Okay, Revelation 20:4. Even though it's might be very scary, you know, at the brink of death, you know, you might not catch your breath anymore. There might be something going on. You know, you feel that you're about to die. That moment might be scary, but the moment your soul transitions up into the heavens, you know, it's done basically. So the Most I can just, you know, do this and take your soul away, and now you with him. No pain, nothing. You felt nothing of the whole death. Okay. But if you don't listen to the Most High, he can do the other way around. He might keep you keep your soul in your body. Meanwhile, your body is being eaten apart by animals, or maybe your body is on fire, and the Most High keeps your spirit in your body. Okay. Hebrews 10:31. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Roughly paraphrasing it, you know, you don't want to fall into the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. You better listen than to catch the harsh judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. You know, look what happened to us in slavery, man. All this torture and what happened to us, okay? That is because we did not obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. So you better listen, man. But I'm gonna end it off with that scripture. But first, I'm gonna read Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai. So people are gonna die in this truth who are still following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? And for the word of Yahweh, and which had neither worshipped the beast, they was not worshiping this whole system, they was not down with this society, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads. So you did not take the chip, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. They did not take that, or in their hands, nowhere. And they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. You see? So that is the ultimate beauty of it. All right. So from there, let me go here to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. And really, I wanted to start it off with this scripture, but the Spirit went otherwise. Yahweh Ratazah, which means Lord willing. Okay, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing. It is still edifying. So Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. You see, no torment is gonna do you any harm. So don't be afraid, okay? They might put you in some type of FEMA camp. They might put your faces on billboards, which even speaking about this is actually, you know, a very how do you say that? It's like a scary thing to think about. Like, damn, you know, that might actually happen. But trust in Yahweh Bashem Yashai and everything will be all right. He's never gonna give you anything on your path that you cannot handle. Okay, as long as you are following him and doing your best to follow his will. Okay, don't follow your own nonsense thinking that you're the shit. Okay, but again, Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh. We are in his hands. You know, Lord willing, we are part of the righteous. And there shall no torment touch them. I also had a dream. In a dream a few days ago, me and a brother, we had to put nails in our own hands and nail it, you know. But I couldn't do it, man, because I was thinking like, hey, that's too painful, man. Like a whole nail, put it on your knuckle and nail it in. And then I was thinking, can I put it in my hand maybe? Then I thought about Yahweh Shai. They also pierced his hands with nails, you know, when he was being crucified. Which that's very painful, man. You know, so I was in a dream thinking like, hey, I cannot do this, man. That's crazy. Injuring my own hand like this. Then I looked at the brother and he put a nail inside of some black hole, some black some black thing. He put the nail on it, and then he put his own hand on the nail, and the sharp part was down. So the not so sharp part was up. So he put his hand on that part. He grabbed the hammer and he smashed his own hand like this, and then he yelled, "Ah!" And I was like, "Hey, that's painful, man." And then after that part, there was a woman, you know, which said, "Okay, you gotta go to another room." Salakia. You gotta go to another room. And we was like, hey, you know, in another room, in this other room was gonna be some other form of torture. Then we came into this room full of people and they were just talking. And then the whole scene switched and I grabbed my car, went outside, and I just went away like nothing happened. Nobody chasing me, nothing. So just like that, we were out of the situation. That reminds me also of the elder apostle Peter, which was in prison, and he had like a dream vision of a man waking him up and basically letting him walk out of prison. Meanwhile, he thought that he was sleeping, but he actually escaped prison by the help of this angel. So later he realized, like, wait a minute, was this a vision or was this real? Was I dreaming or was it real? So the most I can just out of nowhere get you out of the situation like nothing happened. So therefore, stay trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Don't fear. With that, I hope it is edifying. I want to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyam across this world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and this sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your households. Call shalom. For those who want to read a story about Apostle Peter, I believe it's in the book of Acts chapter 12, starting at verse 5. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.